Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is another sketchbook tour video. My last sketchbook tour ended with this drawing here, and I do these on Strathmore tone tan paper with Bic pens. So my last sketchbook video was done all with these just standard crystal Bic pens. I thought it would be fun to try some different ones since they're so cheap. They're $2.39 for a pack of like 7 or 8 or something. These are also Bic pens, but they're different. So I'll go over how these kind of differ a little bit. And then I also picked up some Papermate cheap ones as well. And these are also a little bit different. So kind of learned some different things about these cheap ballpoint pens and what you guys might prefer. And yeah, so this first sketch is Raphael. And I've drawn Ninja Turtles, I don't know, forever. Just whenever I need something to draw and I'm not feeling super inspired, I can always go back to these guys and they're fun to draw always. So this drawing was done with the standard crystal Bic pens. Let's see, the red, green, and blue is what I used. And then I also used a little bit of yellow marker for his chest, which that's another thing I've done a lot of, mixing in the markers when I want real solid areas, and I like the contrast in that. With this drawing, you can see I used the blue over the top of the green. One nice thing about these Bic pens is they layer fairly nicely. So you get that blue, but you can still see the green underneath it. And so you get kind of interesting colors going on. So I definitely like that. As you can tell in this drawing, the lines, well, you'll see it more going forward when I switch to these pens. The tips on these are a bit heavier, so you got a thicker line, I feel like. And these, it's a bit finer tip, so you'll see a bit more gradation or control over that with these. So the next sketch, this is a quick sketch I just did with red pens, still using the standard crystal ones, and these are just quick sketches. I took this one a little bit further because I like the expression, and these were just kind of doodles messing around. This is kind of a troll guy running. Used pink marker on the hair. And yeah, I mean, I like this one because his face is a little bit more natural. Obviously it's exaggerated and he's kind of creepy and stuff, but, and the spacing on the cross-hatching and stuff on this guy and the lines, you can see the line work a lot more. It's a lot more prevalent with these pens, and I think it's just because they're bigger, thicker, and how I decided to use them. You can just see the line work a little bit better. These were some figure studies. I wanted to just do some figure drawing one day, and yeah. So this is the first one where I switched to these pens. So you can see the line. Sometimes it takes a second to get them started, or not at all. The line on this one is a lot finer, so you can get really gradual with the shading on these. It's not as dark. So actually, you know what's funny is I feel like I wouldn't prefer one or the other. I like to kind of use them both. After I've gone through these sketches, I think they each have their strength, and since they're only $2.30, you can kind of, it's not like you're breaking the bank to have multiple sets of these to kind of mix and stuff. So, and they're really fun to draw with. Like I said in the previous sketchbook tour, I'm having a blast drawing with these. I like using the colors. They're monochromatic. I only normally use a couple of colors, and it just has a real strong aesthetic to it. This was another doodle page with some monsters. I just used the pink, this one right here, finer pen. And you can see the spacing between the lines is a lot less. So depends on what you like. If you like the lines to show up a lot more, you might prefer these ones that have, the thicker. And you can see the ink kind of comes out a little bit better. Definitely starts off darker, so it's that one. So this is One Punch Man. My daughter and I love One Punch Man. We watched the whole season. I've actually watched that season twice now, the first season. Heard the second season isn't quite as good, but I just wanted to do a quick sketch of One Punch Man. A lot of times you'll see that going forward is when I do a sketch, it might be something I'm just enjoying at the time. So that's what this one was. I do like the dynamic pose on this one. I feel like his face, I could have done a little bit better, and I did go over this one with white colored pencil. So these are some fairies that I drew. The pink marker, which is this marker right here, this is not Copic, so this is Master's Touch. I got these super cheap, but I really love this pink. I use this a lot. I used it in some of my previous drawings too, and these are just brush markers. And these are great. These are awesome markers. I got these for half the price. They're regularly $6 each. I got them for $3. And they are great markers. So if you're in the market for markers. But anyway, with these drawings, I was just doing some unique poses. These aren't super creative. I wouldn't consider these the best fairies I've ever done. I was really still just focusing on the pins and just sketching, and then the anatomy and the faces and stuff. But as far as these fairies and their wings and just the creativity with their outfits and stuff, it's just not that creative, not that great of concepts for me. But they're okay drawings. Another doodle page. These are just some random face sketches. This is interesting over here. I just mixed some of the colors in. I got this kind of like rainbow effect on his face, and I thought that was kind of cool. So I might mixing color. I use different colors on each of these to kind of backfill some of the face and skin tones and stuff. Just this experimenting, like on this eye and stuff. And I feel like that's something I want to do more of with these. You can see it in her face. So there's like orange and some green. It just makes the drawing a lot more interesting. This is a very quick sketch, and this sketch I really liked. Well, I should say it's okay. I like the process of doing the sketch. It was very loose, so I used the thicker black pen, which I don't know where that is. But this is just, you know, like real quick. But I feel like with this sketch, I don't know. I mean, I know. I play basketball, and I've been in the zone. I played a ton of basketball my whole life. I still play in leagues and things like that. And you get in the zone with basketball, and you can also get in the zone with drawing. And one of the things about getting in the zone is staying loose. Just like with basketball, when you get loose, when you've prepared your whole life, you've got your form down, you practice all the time. When you go to play a game, you want to just get loose. You want to like just shut your mind down a little bit and let your body kind of take over. And I feel like with sketching, that same idea, because it's a looseness of your brain, I feel like. And so a lot of times when I do these really loose sketches, they're some of my best sketches. They're some of my best anatomy. There's just like basketball, you don't know why you make every shot. And I'm referring to basketball because that's what I'm familiar with, but I'm sure you guys experience this in whatever you do. But let me know in the comments if you guys have ever experienced being in the zone with drawing. And really good players like Steph Curry and stuff like that, they get in the zone a lot. And I feel like the more you're able to tap into that looseness, it just makes you a better artist. It makes you a better whatever you're doing. So yeah, I feel like going forward, you see my last couple drawings that I kind of embrace that a little bit more and try to get a little bit looser. These are some quick sketches, just character sketches. I was just kind of like the rain kind of coming on Batman here. These were just kind of fun pose sketches. So I just decided to make them Deadpool, Ninja Turtle, and Batman. So this is an interesting drawing because I actually don't like this drawing. I thought, getting back to the looseness and being in the zone, I was very rigid with this drawing, and I was very precise with what I was doing, and it's so dead, and the wings are so lame, and like the only thing I do like about it is maybe her hair and her face, but I was just so rigid with this. I forced this drawing. there's some color things happening here, but I know you guys might think I'm being very critical, but as the person that drew this versus some of the looser stuff I've drawn, I just felt like this is, you know, I don't know, for me personally, the way it went down, it just felt very rigid and not fluid, and I don't know, just not one of my favorite drawings. Again, just like the Ninja Turtles and the One Punch Man, my daughter and I have been watching Naruto, which she loves. She's a little Naruto. I keep telling her that. But anyway, this was just, I felt like drawing them because I'm having fun watching it with my daughter. So this was kind of just a study, very rigid again with this one, but sometimes being rigid isn't necessarily a bad thing. I was focused on kind of line work and seeing what kind of textures I could get while still, you know, doing a gradation or a different type of shading, which is very, you know, and I don't think I liked it very much, but, you know, you got to experiment, you got to try new things. So with this sketch, I actually used these Paper Mate ballpoint pens, and these are a finer tip as well, similar to these ones. This one definitely has a softer feel. This one's a little bit harsher. As far as feel goes, like when you're drawing with the pen, I like these the least. It's pretty rough. The other thing I noticed with these is sometimes they'll like not work. So I'll mark and then the mark won't happen. And it kind of happens randomly. I don't know if it's the way the ink builds up, but yeah, I would have to say out of the ones I've tried, so you can see how this one, you have to kind of like, you have a little bit more control over it. This one's much lighter. Like, I think out of all the pens, these ones were my favorite. The ones I kind of grabbed the most. But like I said, I use them all. But yeah, these Paper Mate, probably my least favorite, just the feel and everything. But I still used them. Still did great drawings with them. So no matter which ones you get, I feel like, you know, yeah, you're gonna be fine, especially, and even if you're not fine, you wasted $2.39. So this is another, I started getting back into the loose sketches, some different face ideas. This was just sitting down, sketching with this blue pen. And yeah, this one's okay. I liked his expression, but this is a great warm-up sketch. This was the first sketch I did this day. And it, you know, sometimes it's not the best sketch, but the sketches that come after this, I felt were pretty strong, which was this one. And I really love this sketch. This is getting back into that, getting into the zone. This was such a fast sketch. I think for my next video, I'm gonna do how fast can I draw? And because this one happens so much faster than a lot of the previous drawings that you looked at, but I like this one so much more. As something, as the artist, and as sitting down and drawing this, I felt like for whatever reason, it was effortless, and I really liked the way it turned out. So yeah, anyway, just figure, or the pose, everything, the expression, it's a weird drawing. I had this idea of this guy, like kind of like a hobbit or something, and he's in this cave, like, you know, explorer, kind of looking for treasure, and I just went with it, and that's what popped out. So this one's Nightmare Fuel. This is like a really weird, creepy drawing I showed my wife, and she's like, what is that? I don't even know why I drew this, but sometimes these are the funnest ones. This one's got some cool stuff going on in it, though. Like, as far as the movement, I really love the movement. The pose is super exaggerated, but I feel like I got it kind of the way I wanted it. I didn't want her to be like this, like, I mean, obviously her shoulders are huge. It's just, she's got this super weird pose where her hips are pushed forward. And then, yeah, I don't know. This one's, you know, I like to surprise you guys a little bit as far as this one being weird and creepy, and I hope I nailed it. So anyway, that's the last sketch. I hope you guys like this video. If you're new to my channel, you know, a lot of the times this is what I do. So I know the last sketchbook video I uploaded, I have a lot of new people that have seen my channel for the first time. I don't know why that happens. I don't know why you guys are here. Most of the people that follow me have been here for a very long time, and all of a sudden my last sketchbook video just kind of blew up. So yeah, I mean, that's always a cool thing. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're seeing this video for the first time and you liked what you saw, subscribe, and I will catch you guys later.